This is the story of the new Smile, Awhile, Book of Fun. This was a comic book that I made the summer of my third going into fourth grade year. So this is humor from about 1970 from the perspective of a 9 to 10-year-old. This was made using cutouts from magazines and newspapers and catalogs that were popular during the 1960s, 1970s. So a lot of the pictures you see in here are pictures that were commonly in the magazines at that time. And then I used words. Again, this is humor from a 9 to 10-year-old, so bear with it. Living with people? Ha! I live with my mother. Danny Thomas's nose, normal size. Shh, smack. Busby, buzz. And visions of lollipops danced in his head. Lollipops. And a ballet dancer and a dog dressed like a ballet dancer. Don't be a hog. I think I got diaper rash all over my body. I'll get you next time, Red Cat. Out of my way, Mabel. That particular line, out of my way, Mabel, was part of a TV commercial, which I don't remember now what it was about, but there it is with cows. My girdle's killing me. I know. So's mine. Girdles were still being sold and were very much a part of the life of women in the 1970s. Shooing the cat. Help! My mother's coming! To owner of this book, bug out. Bug out was a word meaning go away. Bab's bunky bloomers. Quiet! I'm trying to get to peep. And there's a chick with its night hat and its teddy bear and its pillow. You're chicken. Cheating our children out of beauty. Look at those legs! Why does the teacher look in the mirror? To see her pupils. Doggone it, this red carpet service. Ambassador, 1852, senior bull of the fat stock and the royal show. Two ferocious creatures. Till now, tuna came in expensive cans. More expensive cans. Every woman needs a little cream in her life. True. Guidance at an early age. Take a careful look. Bra ads were very funny to children in the 70s. It's irresistible. You can't take my baby. You can't. And she's holding on to a country singer. I think my brother did this one. Home, $15,000. Land, $90,000. Barn, $15,000. Equipment, $14,000. Livestock, $25,000. Land for sale. Cheap. At the time, this was very expensive. That's why that was funny. What elementary schools are doing? Teacher, nobody's there because the teacher's over there kissing. Sad Sue. Kids are playing, and that was always a fun thing to do, is to take pictures, turn the eyes upside down, put a different nose, earrings, teeth, because dentures were a big thing in the 60s and 70s. They were in a lot of ads. Get the rabbit habit. Ha! Foiled again by Jell-O. That was another ad. The choice is yours, with little piglets. Look at my legs! That was another funny thing, was to take a head from one character and add it to a different body. Hi there, Americans! Again, head to long legs. How do you like my groovy glasses? It was during the 70s, 60s, 70s, when groovy stuff was in. I gotta crane my neck. Notice how I use staples, and I would just color in stuff that needed to be there, or pencil it in. I always have her on my mind. And they're both looking questionately at what was supposed to be a watch, but I drew in a tiny bikini-clad person on her wrist. This lady's reaching down to grab a frog, and there's two men in very large ladies' underwear. What are you doing? Just straightening my earring. Again, men's heads on women's bodies. Snicker, snicker. Boy's head on woman's body. Belly flop. I have prettier legs than you. Women's head on men's shorts and then their legs. After eating reducing pills, it's a small, small world. 2 women in a purse. Reducing pills were diet pills. I'm the weakling of our class. Private eye. An eye in the middle of a jacket. I'm a power puss. Both the men have question marks, and they've got hair and big lips and eyes upside down. Again, holding a miniature woman. What's he got that I don't have? And a man covered by women. That was obviously cataloged for women's clothes. It's kind of fun looking back and seeing what the fashions were back then and how really a lot of them haven't changed all that much. Long legs, a head on legs. My mom says I'm husky. I wonder why. Don't I look pretty? Mommy, is little sissy gonna look like me? It really was fun playing with perspective of big and little. Whee! Very interesting. I think that was something that was said on a show called Laugh-In. I never seen her before in my life. Yuck, Mommy, somebody drank my milk. Eat your soup. Not you, Mom. Dear, stop yelling. Thank you. What? This is good supper. I think this was supposed to be different people talking to different people, but as a 3rd grader, I didn't know quite how to put that. But again, the head with feet is what that was about. Oh, oh, pow, ugh, ugh. That's how I get them. Beautiful legs. He should not have said that. Because there was a lot of men flirting with women during this time. Everybody says my figure looks like a bean. Diapers? No, a girdle. See, girdles were like the thing holding up your stockings. That must have been right on the verge of pantyhose. Pantyhose were like the new thing. Before that, you had to have a girdle with garter belts. I think my brother might have done this one too. Boy's head, hair cut off. There's like that type of, what they call mucilage glue or whatever, that yellow stuff. I used a variety of white glue. My brother must have used the yellow glue, and I've used staples in here. Come on. Humph. Visine gets the avocado out. Harry, Harry! Doing circus act. The seal of the state of Washington. It looks like Frankenstein's head's in there. And then you have George Washington's face here that I took out and gave him hair and riding a stuffed horse with a bull coming at him. Psychiatrist. Interesting way of spelling it. S-Y-C-I-T-R-E-S-S. The psychiatrist is a cat. Or excuse, I guess she's the psychiatrist. Now, what's your problem? There's a cat sitting in a tall chair looking at her. And there's a lady, and walking down her hand is some cartoons saying, "Victory is sweet. Have you tried this giant of a baby? Grr. Achoo! This girdle is from Myrtle." Again, another girdle. That was just must have been a big thing, or at least a thing that was very funny. Girdles and dentures from the 1970s. Picture of looks like a woman sitting on a child's lap with a question mark, and then a kid who broke a doll in half. There's the body, there's the head, and the little girl with a woman's face going, "Mom!" I think that was actually the face that was on an ad for somebody who got sunburned. Some problems a married woman has to face alone. I would assume that's the husband. Him and him, the baby. For the very young wife. It is very young. But just look at her now. So that young wife turned into that. Teenage campus scene. I think that was an ad for deodorant. I got a girlfriend. Campus scene. A boy's carrying a woman on his shoulder. A not so new idea. A man with a woman on his lap. I guess that was very funny adult humor to a 9-year-old. Beauty was bountiful at the Arizona State Tri-Chapter Luana, whatever that is. But I guess that beauty is bountiful is a man with a very strange wig. Campus scene. If you want to see Europe on your own, pick up a traveling companion. So there's a girl car and a boy truck. American Youth. 2 supposedly babies, but you can tell they're adults and then adult faces. Driving the snowbelts. Giddy up! Snap. Snowbelt corral. Eek! Help! Thank goodness. Door. Mom! Yipes! Uh-oh. 2 heads are better than one. Again, my brothers. Most of these were mine, but when you're kids and you don't have much to do, sometimes your siblings will walk into the room and want to know what you're doing, and if you're doing something that's reasonably fun, they might join in. So occasionally when I was making this book over the summer, my brother came in, and I think my sister Susie came in once or twice and added something. Secretary. I planted 300 acres with the accuracy of my John Deere Funks. Now, what do you think of that, Mrs. Abson? Mrs. Abson? Mrs. Abson? Dog face. There's some 70s flooring right there. Spilling dishes with a dog face. Pro football players. This way. Again, men's underwear, woman's head and legs. Sometimes I can play and sometimes I can work. Go comb your hair. There's a boy with a hare or a rabbit. Oh, mama, what you're doing to your kids. Whistler's mother. Tweet. Weird. Kiss me or else. Yuck. Help! Somebody help! Boy up in a tree. Which way did he go? Which way did he go? That was another line from a cartoon. Worms away! So it's got a dog, a wiener dog. I was really into wiener dogs. It was like a Superman wiener's dog, and worms away was to get rid of the worms. Up and away! Ouch! Because he knocked him with his knee. Pew! Morel earwax? And then those are 2 paintings. I'm not buying a thing. First family fat meats. The blue boy pictures. President's table. Going, gone. Another one my brother did. Huge motor, tiny scooter, speed. Rah. Don't sound right. I can read it myself. Once. Phew. George Washington on a dollar bill, being relieved about something. There's a cat looking at a very large egg with a wooden spoon. And there is Mary Poppins on the top of the lady's head. And she's saying, someone's on my mind. Talk about big. There's hands with a little guy in there. Mommy, make those men quit looking at me. Oh, this is one that my older sister Susie did. Stuffed. What? Looks almost like Carol Burnett, but I don't think it was. Hospital. Operating room. Shh. Look what I found! Mother! Rockabye Baby on the treetop. Marriage of the year. So that's Rockabye Baby. I guess it fell down. Thud. Zud. Smile. Does she? That was an ad for, well, not that. That's like, oh my gosh, that's Queen Elizabeth, probably Harry. Wow, this is old. Does she or doesn't she? Was an ad for dyeing hair. Does she dye her hair or doesn't she dye her hair? Peds, the original and the finest foot covers. Foot shoes on hot itchy feet. It's bugs away. Fresh pork cookbook. Strange as it seems. Itch, itch, itch. I did not see that. I did not see that. And then the woman's face and the dog's face have been changed. And the woman is feeding the dog little Friskies. Meat-flavored dog food. Notice it says meat-flavored. Didn't have real meat in it back then. And leave flapping for the birds. That was another ad for deodorant. Trying to get your deodorant to dry, you'd flap your arms. Casserole treasury. Is springtime your time? Bonk. Rip. Ow. Why me? I have a lack of licking. She sold orange juice all the time. Anita Bryant, that was it. How embarrassing. It's what's inside that counts. Yuck. I can dance. $30 originally, $438 now. Yeah. Gargle and mouthwash. There's Bing Crosby with a baby on his lap. It serves. It pops. Again, 3rd, 4th grade humor. Who knows what it means? Look at my tan. That was an ad for tanning lotion, by the way. Tax reform. False teeth. And another hair, shoes, body, arms, face, lips, some odd arm. Here's our Christmas gift to you. Those horrid x-rays. Those like bones. It flips. It's yours. Trying to catch a baseball. Minor sore throat. Fades them out. Age spots. Pork roasts. In a velvet dress. Kiss me. No, John, no. I think that was another melodrama type thing. Warning of death. What's so corny? Beautiful, to marry you with love. The jazz dance of the 20th century. A man. Duh. Though, that's a woman with a very small head. Take a look at that. It's like a pantsuit dress. I can see that kind of thing being even now. At last. Phew. Smooth lips. But it's only work, work, work. Dress up. Cold cream on your face was a thing. Make it a neat winter. Going straight up the hill. Like man, like woman. Do you like them? Ever try sleeping in a girdle? Well, I think that was the Sleepy Bear. There was a motel chain that involved the Sleepy Bear. Giant? Blue Boy. That was an artwork. Well, not that, but stop underarm wetness and odor without fail. I think that actually went with that particular ad. Twins. Basement toilet flushes. Perspiration. Jiminy Cricket. And got breakfast cereal with that conglomeration of eyes and lips and bodies. 99 cents. Clipping her throat. Good housekeeping. Are they fleas? Kids eating stuff and the mom thinking about it. I'm in love. Pet evaporated milk. And pull yourself together. So what does this say? Love, Ed Burns and Susie Hughes. Oh, that's too funny. Dear Miss Hughes, what you doing? Yeah, this must have been my older sister, Susie Hughes. Looks like there's a witch and a cat drawn in there. So that is the completion of the book Smile a While, a summer project from 1970. Thanks for watching Barb Talks.